So let's just review briefly why this medicine is working, because that's really important to understand. That root cause of depression in the brain is something different than what we've been told. We've been told that it's a chemical imbalance. We've been told that it's a serotonin or a dopamine deficiency. Really, if you look at the data, that doesn't play out very well. But what is going on is the effect that chronic stress has on the brain. You see, I feel like that we need to stop talking about mental health and focus on brain health. The brain is an organ. And if we get that organ healthy, depression, anxiety, PTSD, ADHD, OCD, those start going away as the brain gets healthy. Well, with depression and anxiety specifically, even PTSD, the root cause of those is loss of nerve connections in the brain. So chronic stress actually affects the neurons, the nerves in the brain. One end of that neuron is called a dendrite, and it's kind of like tree branches. Chronic stress causes loss of those branches. So there's literally less connections in the brain because the role of that dendrite, that end of the nerve, is to connect that nerve to a bunch of other nerves. Well, if we're losing those dendrites, called dendritic spines, if we're losing those, then there's less places for the nerves to travel. And that's why people come to me and they say, Doc, I just wake up with a sense of dread, or I feel overwhelmed by daily responsibilities. Well, that's because the prefrontal cortex, the decision-making and planning part of the brain, has fewer connections. So it's easy to just be in the moment and feel overwhelmed and get, just paralyzed by the responsibilities that you have in front of you. Or people tell me that they just get irritable, or they have that endless brain chatter, or they're just so frustrated all the time. Well, the other area that's affected is the hippocampus and the amygdala. These are areas that are involved in emotional regulation, but also memory formation happens there. And so you start understanding like these parts of the brain aren't healthy, and that's why these people are having the symptoms that they're having with their depression, their anxiety, their PTSD.